Oh, that's because there's new phenomenon, new clouds, new systems being discovered. And it's normal to have barium salts and aluminum dioxide raining down. And we said, folks, it's at least a weather modification program with a bunch of other programs rolled in. Then listeners began to email us 2 years ago going, high altitude aerosol spraying, Google that. So I Googled it. And it was thousands, Department of Energy, the Japanese Department of Energy, German Department of Energy and Power, and British, and all these countries, and NASA saying we've dimmed the Earth by 20% for its safety, and kids' textbooks. They always tell parents, there's no plan to chip you, but then the kids' textbooks say we're going to chip you, it's good. You know, there's a world government, it's good, you know, in the textbooks, and they tell parents it doesn't exist, but your kid's being taught it's good. You know, weird psychological warfare going on. Textbooks saying it was happening, and then a few months ago, his head of science department comes out, Obama, and says, oh, we're going to spray the skies with barium salts and aluminum dioxide to save the Earth from global warming, when the science actually shows it's causing warming, which they may need to do. It looks like we're going into an ice age, and they're trying to block it. And they would do that. It would really be an ice age. They're trying to block it. And they said, we got to have a carbon tax to control us saying it's heat. So they can then, as we get cold, say that they saved us from that. I don't know what they're doing. Can they use the weather weapons they admittedly have to cause all these problems and then say, oh, look, it's climate change, do what we want? That's what witch doctors would do thousands of years ago. Every time there was a problem, they'd say the Hoodoo god had done it or whatever. It's all psychology. It's all chicanery and scams and bamboozling people. But we know they have weather weapons. We know the program's going on. And then suddenly they just come out and say, okay, we're doing test. Thousands of agencies around the world and companies and tens of billions of dollars we know of a year. I mean, you can go spend the entire weekend. It's Friday. Go look at Chemtrails Admitted or passive and non-passive aerosol altitude spraying campaigns. Google terms like that. Tens of thousands of hits, universities, how they're spraying, the tests they did, how it's added to jet fuel, dispersed out of the engines. Just it's all compartmentalized. It goes through the jet fuel companies. They put it in there, and some of them actually have sprayers. Some of the systems dispersed and aerosolized with the particula, the nuclei out of the aircraft. I mean, it's just like they put sodium fluoride in the water, and it's compartmentalized, and the idiot pouring it in at the water plant, he thinks it's good. He's not bad. Like doctors giving people Vioxx, it's killing them. They think it's good. Meanwhile, Merck's got hit teams out taking people out. It's in mainstream federal courts, and nobody cares. I mean, do you understand the magnitude of the insanity of all this? And so I have this AP article, and I saw this a year ago. This is June 11th from yesterday. But I saw universities debating. Previously, there were 3 kinds of clouds. Now they're saying there's 3 or 4 other new types, and there's these weird little clouds that they say form in trails and have chemicals in them, and they fall on us, and they don't know where they come from, and are space particles coalescing in the atmosphere, and the scientists can't say it's man-made, so they're going, I don't know, there's new clouds now.